than 30 minutes. But I realized that I possibly had the mic off. I don't know if I close it during that 1 hour, so we will see on the editing, on the rendering actually. And yeah, if it's not, if I hadn't closed the mic, I will, you know, have that 1 hour also. Otherwise, you know, I will start from here. And if I started from here, we have taken some positions. We trade for 1 hour, and we are down about $500, which means 3 positions. I risk $150 per position. Now, some positions is like 250, and yeah, actually less than an hour because my kid go to school at 8:30. Right now is 9:14. We are trading about 45 minutes. And we have one position on the Aussie dollar and the rest here. Also, let me show to you. Boom. Actually, let me close some of that in order to be more. I need to put the detection a little bit different. So when I click, I will Control T, and yeah, let me show to you. You could have actually a list here. Those are the stuff that I was talking about. For example, USD CHF, I could add it to the list, right? I can remove, right? Or I could add whatever I want into a list. I want that. Now I could move. I can close that with that or with that. Doesn't really matter. Let me see. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Okay. And if I click here, we could see all the positions, how much they make collectively. And this is good because, and we have, a few more things. For example, if I click on the item, I click on Bitcoin here, you see, it took me to that chart. Of course, I need to fix, not to fix, to create a template. If I click again, I can, click on the thing. It took me to that template for that item. I need to do some edits here and there. And also it has that one that shows collectively at a glance how much the positions making or losing. And I have here the P, which means partial. If I click that, it will take a partial from all positions. Now I need to mention something very important. That number is not 100% accurate. It's about 3 ticks every 3 to 4 ticks. It update because it's not, it's place to, monitor the price here. This is like to put the list in order to remove the side window that we have and focus on the chart, on the candles, on the things that matter, right? and I could have all my pairs that I want to trade here, and with a click of a button go there. And that also it's good because I don't need to have all the pairs that the broker giving me. And yeah, I could click the partial to take a partial. I could click the X button to close the positions for the pair. For example, here, if I click the P, it will take partial for all the positions of that pair. Probably I will add the B button, maybe that, bring it a little bit to the right, and then put here the B, break even, or BE. So when let's say that position is making 2000, boom, I could click take partial at break even without need to go into the pair or go and edit, double click into the pair and into the position on the MetaTrader 5 terminal, and edit the numbers to make it break even, or go there and then adjust with here, click break even. Essentially that button and that button I'm adding, and yeah, that's that. So that's the updates that I am working on at the moment. uh, it's good. I've done so many things. Yeah, and basically those are the things that I was talking for the past 30 minutes and giving some real examples. Right now, this is the FTMO account, right? Um, just to update because I don't know if I said it. Let me drink some coffee. And definitely at some point I need to check my sound because I hear my mic is sometimes is not good and the volume is not consistent, goes up, down, up, down, up, down. So I need to check what's with the card sound. That's something that I could check later. And by the way, if those position doesn't work, we will take positions and we will secure faster. Um, for example, $200, $300, we will take them in order to recover faster. If it works, we will make it up from the partials. Maybe we will close one position. We see. It was up 1%, like 1,000. Um, we could have taken some partials there. Good. Here the weather is bad and my throat is killing me. If we pass that area, here we will move 100 to 200 pips up aggressively. So let's hope for that. 200 pips we will move actually. So from here we're looking for about 300 pips more. Of course, we don't look to capture, you know, we look to be smart about that um, and if it works to take partials and Yeah, I don't like the spreads here. I mean, I like them, but um, we touched a point on previous conversation about the broker and the prop firms and why someone might want to trade on a real broker is because firstly there are no rules, so it's your money essentially, but you need to be on a reputable broker. Now, why you need to be on a reputable broker? uh, Not only reputable, but because a broker might pay and might be reputable, but might have incentive when you lose. The broker needs to be able. What does this mean? It means that send all the orders into the market, and it doesn't depend in order for the broker to get paid for you if you win or if you know lose. The broker doesn't care, shouldn't care. It would be irrelevant. uh, and the way it works is for every position that you take. For example, let me go and put control T. Control T. You see the positions? Yes. So for every position that you take, let's say this one, all right, doesn't matter if it's up or down for the broker. Okay, all what matters is one to take the position and the lot size, because based on the lot size, they charge you a fee. For example, they say you pay us $5 for every one lot that you open. So it would be something like that. It would be about $22, for example. Let's say it's 4 lots with $5 each, it's $20, right? And he doesn't care if you win, if you lose, whatever. All what he cares is about to open many positions or to open positions to trade essentially. And yeah, that's it. So the broker won't say to you, "Oh, you traded news," or "You could risk all the money in one move." He doesn't care, okay? Because the money comes from the market, meaning other people be on the other side of the trade. So someone win, someone lose, and that's the circle of life. Now, back to what I was saying though, you don't have the limitation of, oh, you traded 5% and you traded 10%, or you open multiple positions, you did martigal layer, or you open one side positions. All those weird rules. It doesn't exist with a broker. It's like it's your money. You do whatever you want, assuming that you don't try to hijack the system or do something illegal, right? And a reputable broker will he doesn't care about that. Also need to have like license under multiple jurisdictions. For example, in Europe we have different rules and regulations. On Australia, they are very tough also on brokerage because it's financial services. It's many people that have lost everything, they have jumped off a cliff, right? Um, or they did anything and everything to find some money. On USA also is it is. I mean, it's not as tough as people think, but it is tough to get on a platforms because not all platforms operate in USA, because in USA the bigger market is the stock market. Okay, doesn't mean that the brokerage business and the pairs are not big. Yes, they are, but they not all the platforms are there. Okay, there are more platforms in relation to um, buying stocks and things of that nature than you know classic MetaTrader 5. Yes, there are brokers, obviously. The leverage there is also smaller. Um, that's something that it is there. The same thing in Europe, and that's why I have in the description you will find the best broker that exists. And when I say the best broker, it's not like everybody want to be the best, right? It is based on facts. Those guys they move um, billions, like half a billion per day, billions per month, like half a trillion, let's say, or 200 billion per month. They move with the financial markets, meaning other users, not themselves. Um, so, yeah, they are kind of the biggest ones, and yeah, they don't care if you win or if you lose. They always send the order to the market, while other influencers they promote scammy brokers like Athens Market. Come on, which if you use or not if you use if you check where is the jurisdiction, I mean, yeah. And those scammy brokers, because that industry is filled with a lot of filth. Why is that? Because there are a lot of money to be made in industries that are a lot of money to be made. There will be always a lot of filth. Okay, because that's the nature of people. They try to take advantage, of a situation. And in this, for example, in this business, you might see some scammy brokers that they say, "Oh, we 100% uh, do your deposit. We increase your deposit by 100%, up to $500 or 250." So someone put 250, he get 500, and let's say he trades, he make it 1,000. He say, okay, let me withdraw right now, 300, 500, 250, the original investment, and they don't give it to them, or they say to them, hey, you need to give us more money in order to give you back your money. Clear scams, right? That they try to take deposits. This is what's happening in brokerage business and in the prop firm space. I mean, how many times you have bought an account, you may be reached to pay out, and say, okay, we ban you for this reason, essentially without reason. They try to find reasons to not pay, essentially keep the deposits of the users and not pay. And some, firms they go under, for example, funded engineer. Now we have the PIP farm, funded pigs. I mean, there are every day a new scam, or every day you read on Twitter a new prop firm, a trader didn't get paid. It's rare to see a prop firm to operate in high standard and never heard from them, because the biggest thing is the financial. That's why we do that. That's why someone subscribe to them. That's why we trade them for the money, right? And imagine, a firm say, oh, we don't pay you. And it's sad every day to see, a firm do that to a person. Um, but if the person lose, is everything is okay. If it's the person fault, it's okay. If it's a firm's fault, they might not do anything. uh you know and that's one of the nature of the business. So And when this firm says we funded these traders, no, they don't. A part of FTMO and the 5%ers, and with even with those, after you trade, um, a lot of times and verify yourself, they will start looking you seriously. Okay, so that's that. For example, who you funded something like that, wanted quality, whatever. It's like a greenish, bluish thing. They try to rebrand themselves, and every day we hear about, someone won't get paid. And if that guy, get paid, he either delete the message, so he suppress an issue that is underlying there, or he edit the message. So if let's say 10 people get paid and try to post message, and let's say 100 people won't get paid, but either get blocked, or change the message, because people looking at out for themselves, and not uh, leave the review as is, we would have, better proverbs. Essentially, all what I'm trying to say is, if you have a problem, and let's say that problem solved in the review, don't go and change it. Just go there and add things like, okay, resolution happened. But the user need, because if you remove the problem, remove, let's say, what you wrote, like this firm do me this and this, okay, and other people like me go and read, I will think, oh, everything is great. Imagine 100 people have problem, right? And then 100 people go and change the review and say, oh, everything is great. No, it's not great. It became great because, there are a lot of backlash and awareness. So, and it's also bad, we need essentially to be on the point of threatening the firm, to pay us in order to get our money, in order to not expose them. And the firm is not operating based on the on some specific standards, but based on how many followers you have. If you have a lot of followers, you're good. If you don't, you don't. For example, there is a firm to me, they owe me money, $11,000, and this is Funder Pro. And just to be clear about this, okay, they owe me 9,000 on trading when they were claiming that they copy the trades. Okay, there weren't any rules like 20%, 20% risk, or not available margin and stuff like that. There weren't. They didn't have changed the website. They just stopped because I was taking too many payouts. Never pay the last payout. They block me. They banned the account. Okay, but they didn't block me as affiliate. Okay, and my people, because when you are as an affiliate, right, which is a completely separate thing, and have nothing to do with trading. Essentially, what is the job of the affiliate? To bring a client to the door, and the client, purchase a service. That's it. An affiliate physically cannot be banned because the affiliate might not be trading. Yes, you could be banned on a trading, activities, but do you know any business that doesn't want clients? You see? And it's based on an agreement that I bring the client, and if the client purchases based on his own risk, okay, and his own decision, I will get, a portion of that sale, right? Never banned as an affiliate. And when I was promoting, there are links everywhere, even on my videos, below my videos. People have registered already under my links, okay? And they still purchase, from them, and they don't give me the commission. So I give them the clients even today. Actually, 2 days ago, okay, someone purchased. It was $40 commission. They never give me that $40. So I give them the client, okay, essentially for free, and they keep the client and the money that the client generate and my commission. And it's not like you could stop, the links that are out or the people that already have been registered under me. And they don't even give me back the list, okay, of the clients to say, hey guys, this is Jim. This is what's happening. I mean, you could continue using them. That's good. Just to let you know that, they owe me money, okay, on the trading. So you hear that this is scammy behavior to owe me money as an affiliate, essentially bringing them clients. The clients purchase their stuff and they don't honor the agreement that we have signed because the affiliate signed an agreement. Okay. I'm just waiting for the money to pile up in order to get paid with interest because they are based on Dubai and based on Malta. And when I, give them a lawsuit and I will make it, very, very public, it won't be a good image for Dubai because Dubai is right now one of the worst places to do business. And they know that. Now, a lot of people they think Dubai, but no, it's like a lot of money. No, there are money for the sakes that they have, oil and construction jobs and stuff like that, and businesses, local businesses, and they are based on tourism. Okay, right now Dubai is full of, fake scams in terms of forex and in terms of business, full of prostitutes, okay, and full of other really bad things, okay, and they know that and they try to change that because it's not the people that they want to attract. Because you go to Dubai, let's say, you get scammed, another guy go to Dubai, get scammed, another guy go to Dubai, get scammed. Obviously we won't gonna do business anymore with them, and that's why they don't want that. They don't want that, influence around um, their country. Okay, so yeah, so the money will pile up, and when I, you know, give because it is emotional damage, financial damage, a lot more profit that I could have made because I have the videos because I could use copier that I make money and I would have used the platform. So it was essentially, ban me essentially and took the money, which is theft. Okay. In terms of affiliates, it's theft. Okay. In terms of trading, yeah, platform could say we could, ban you for any reason. We don't want to work with you because the thing is simulated. At the time they banned me, it wasn't simulated based on their claim. But I was funded in many firms that they were owning, and I was, I mean, the best trader for 2024. even videos, and they have been exposed. Yeah, and for example, even now, Control T. Maybe you are able to see more, maybe not. Let me put it a little bit down. Let me put it a little bit down here, right? And we're down just 500 from um, earlier trades, like three trades, 150 dollars per trade. So back to what I was saying is, in terms of brokers. So maybe you want, even if you make money from the firms, into my clients and students, not clients, students. I say, hey, you want to allocate a percentage of that into a broker. Maybe you put that, don't trade, continue using the firms. But if the firms die, you don't die with them. You know, and some people think that, oh, stop, trading for firms. No, you continue trading. Maybe you put on your broker as well. Maybe you use a copier, or simply, just deposit on a broker like a bank. You deposit, and if something happened with the firms, boom, you have an account. Next day, the same minute, you should be up and making money. But most people don't think about that type of stuff. And the ones that, some people, they don't even know what to do, to be honest. I believe in the next hour, price will come about here, and then somebody else. So I might be exiting and then re-enter. That would be a good if it play out. So I essentially make double the profit. Depend how the last those minutes will go. By the way, I'm also working on the tools you see on that box to go, I mean, we have this session box, and I create a border around it, and I wanted to see if it, one price go up, one price is inside those box. It's session boxes, right? If it go up as well, if it's in the entire, you know, box, and then I have the border around it. If it goes up, it's tested. It goes up. Now I'm testing if it's, a part of the, let's say it's, two elements inside the box. Will it work? If it's outside the box, then I will check. So essentially, the border and that box, because I might have a session without having color inside, right? It's based on my preference. Um, to go up and down, or not down, cannot go smaller, increase as the price is inside, and print new highs without, uh, do anything. Like when I say without do anything, I mean, um, at any point when price is inside box, border, whatever, because, and by the way, this is like on the same box. I could have it as a session just to be cleaner. Um, you know, increase now we will take it actually, and you see, oh, great, great. 20. Okay, and the Aussie dollar. Actually, the Aussie we took it on the first video because I was showing. Repeat. This is the FTMO account. Oh, now I it hit me. Back to what I was saying in terms of brokers and stuff like that. If you want a broker that doesn't depend on if you make money or not, doesn't have incentive, always get paid on time, every time. Won't say if, buts, and stuff like that. Um, you will find a link in the description. You go there, you sign up, and yeah, even you could follow along the signals or get coached by me. I mean, it won't it get coached. Since it's one on one, it's not cheap, definitely not free, very expensive, and it has some clear goals and stuff like that. But yeah, ultimately you would be able to do what I do even better because I code, I have my family, I have my staff, I don't have a lot of time, I have a lot of ideas, tools that I create and maintain. So on multiple accounts, and if you have one account and or two accounts, and about copiers and stuff like that, um, you would be able to make make something. Let's just leave it as that. Yeah, I mean, even for signals, right now it's about 250 euros, but it will go to 500. I don't care. Even I want to have like 10 people total, and I already have five, so I don't care actually. Um, maybe 20 people total, because five more. I mean, I get those type of messages, anyways. So back to what I was saying though. Is how to put it simple. I mean, 250. I was 500 down. Now I'm about, actually, I could take a part. No, I won't. But I mean, you see, I make that in a day. So, and by the way, this is something to prove something very important. It's not like I risk 1% of 100,000 account, which is 1,000 to make 3,000. I risk $150, 200, 250. You see, that position, let's say with 250, is already 5R up, and I have taken a partial, which was not 250, was 150, which is close to 8R. We'll go to 10R, right? Um, Very important. You see? You see? Most people might, you know, never be able to make, 5%, 10%, and we do that on a daily basis. And what did I say? I say if we break this area, we might go an additional 100 to 200 pips. We're looking for 300 pips in total. It's already 200 pips. The best trades are the hardest ones. We kept that for minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and even those from here, because I took here the positions, never move the stop loss, right? This was about the first position. This 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 110, 120. I mean, let's see, 110, 100, and here 90. This is like 1 hour and 30 minutes. We were up, down, up, down. Even the Aussie was, our